This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings, salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with more Trinity, Souls of Zillow. Today, we are finally going to do the plot. We just have to do one more little side quest. I know I said I was going to do the plot, but I just need to get it out of the way. First, let's see the end of a quest line, shall we? Hello again. Sorry for all the trouble we caused before. Yeah, we've been thinking a lot recently, and we decided that since we are adventurers, it should be our duty to kill monsters that are causing harm to others. That lady, Rebella, said the same thing, but if we protect those babies now, one day they will grow up. If they attack someone, we'll have no choice but to dispatch them as well. I understand where you're coming from, but once you decide to stand a fight, you have to stick to that decision and be strong. That's right. If we were in the same position, I am sure we would defend ourselves in the same way. But as long as the little ones don't attack us, we won't hurt them. But in turn, if they grow up and start causing trouble, we will have to take responsibility for our actions. That's all we can do. In the meantime, we'll continue to see if there's a possibly a way for us to live together with monsters in peace somewhere. Man, why was I having trouble reading that? That sounds like a plan. We are adventurers. If we no longer take on any quests, we will have to find a way to make a living for ourselves. But this is what we have decided. I'm sorry for all the problems we caused. Hopefully we can meet again someday, though. See you around. Only monsters that cause harm should be killed. You know, that really is not such a bad way to think about it, I suppose. I suppose no one really knows the best solution right now, but it is something worth thinking about. Alright, well, we finished that quest line. Let's go to the Dwarven Kingdom to get a new quest. Yeah, I know. And, talk to someone at the tavern, just cuz. An elf and a dwarf. Thank you for all your help the other day. Thanks to you, we were able to find a way to agree with each other. So much, in fact, that we are now heading out on an adventure together. Since meeting him, I've learned all about how great Roughton is, and I was even able to get him interested in the splendid world of Layla. Music requires both an instrument and a score. That is why we have decided to go out and discover new places as we create new original music together. An adventure, eh? Let me tell you, there's nothing more fun than going on an adventure with a good friend. I pray that you'll have a wonderful journey. Thank you. We hope you'll all continue to have safe travels as well. See you around. Let's go. Our journey to the new and wonderful music begins anew. Farewell, friends. The end of another quest line. You can tell it's near the end of the game when a lot of the quest lines are getting finalized. Okay. There was supposed to be a quest to get a gem. Why is it not activating? There we go. I don't get how certain things activate and some don't. Anyway, Sigrid, how long are you planning on letting that painting of yours worry you? If you have time to sit and worry about it like that, if I were you, I'd be trying to do something about it. Say, will you let me see this painting that is supposedly still a work in progress? Although I don't know anything about art. Maybe you're alright. Here it is. Have a look. This is a painting of the sun, seas, and forest of this continent. What do you think? So that is what you were carrying around. I didn't realize the painting would be so big. Wow. What is it? Did you know something? No, not really. I'm no artist, so I really can't say anything, but it seems like it's almost too perfect. The sun, the water, the trees, all of it is so quiet. It's just like there's no living creatures there. Now that you mention it, I see what you mean. I was so focused on bringing out the beauty of the land itself that I may have missed the most important part. I know. This painting has no essence of wind. It needs the feeling of wind. What's the timing? What's going on? I know Stagdo says a lot. This is my final quest for you. Could you go and look for the rainbow feather of the windbird for me? Supposedly you can find a new moon tower. If I go, I'll luckily just hold you back. Please, would you go for me, so that the painting can finally be complete? Sure. Finish this quest line that we've done since like the second chapter, I think it was. You're willing to go for me. I'm so glad I asked you all. I know that I can count on you to find exactly what I ask for. Now I can sit back in my workshop and wait without any worries. Just be careful, okay? I'm counting on you all. And of course, just leave it to us. Alright, so now we can finish this quest line by doing that. And we can finally get our money back from, Zara's shell. For some reason, he just had to go to another town just to activate it here. I don't know why. As promised, I brought you the share of the reward. It was good of you to go of your way to bring it to us. Thank you. Naturally, I deducted my share plus handling expenses. After all, it's my client. After we did all the work. My apologies, but there were many tertiary expenses. I couldn't have done it without you all. But it's not like we're friends now, so don't go taking it the wrong way. Until we meet again. Why do they have an animosity? If there's any animosity, it's towards Arius because of them trying to capture him, but not the other two. Yeah, whatever. He's gone! I wonder, maybe the reason he was so concerned about the New Moon Tower quest was due to his curse. The curse that was put on him by the Ministry? So then the expenses were so he could live longer. Poor fellow. I suppose. Yeah, I guess we'll find out about that eventually. It's the same as with Sheila, but not now. Not now. Alright. Yes. Let's do this. But you won't see it because you don't need to. So I'll see you when I've gotten the gem and I've gotten the reward for it and any story-based stuff in between. See you then. This is actually quite beautiful. Sigrid was right. The windbird is actually a bird that flies across this continent. It probably knows more about the wind that blows around these lands than any other creature does. I didn't even do her voice that time. Indeed. Well, Sigrid is likely dying in anticipation. We'd better get this back to him. I wasn't even paying attention so badly that I just put my regular voice in there. Not that people are loving the voices or anything, but yeah, it gives me something to do. Alright, let's go to the Dwarven Kingdom and give him his own jewel. See if he can complete his painting. Or picture, or whatever. Oh, welcome back. Does that mean you have the rainbow feather I asked for? I believe so. Is this what you're looking for? Oh my, how beautiful. The rainbow feather of the windbird. A creature that knows intimately every gust of wind across the land. Except it's dead now because I killed it. I assume so anyway. I never thought I'd see the real thing in person. If I just add this to the painting now, I know it'll be in my greatest masterpiece. Thank you so much for all your help. I can never thank you enough for what you've done. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this as a reward. We might be able to get all the materials we need, but it's up to you now to put it all together and to work at art that'll be worthy of Ginyama. No problems. I'm confident I can do it. I'd better get back to my workshop so I can put on the finishing touches. Farewell. When someone is that happy because of something you have done for them, it really makes me feel glad I decided to become an adventurer. You get our money and reward for helping the dwarf. Soon, we probably don't have to do any more quests for him, but there'll probably be a completion line at some point where I'll be like, hey, this is what happened to him. So, anyway, let's go to Grimalkin Cottage to talk to everyone. Ah, I see you have returned. Did you find out about anything of notice? Yes, Zophor was once actively researching something at the Mages Academy. It was an object known as the Cursed Sword of Heretics. Apparently it was a dark relic. A dark relic. It seems there was some credence to what Izu said. Before we fought a figure during our search for the Sword of Nihil, who claimed their name was Mia. Mia? There must be a connection. A dark knight and the Sword of Nihil? This is the most intriguing. Did you find out anything that could shed some more light on this? Yes, during my research, I noticed something in one of the legends about this continent. Long ago, there was a magic sword that could be used to reawaken dark powers. There was a person who managed to lay their hands upon it. But if it truly was a sword, it and that unfortunate soul were both swallowed up by a phantom dragon. This tale seems to have been something only used to tell disobedient children. Is there anything written on what happened to the sword after it was swallowed? Unfortunately, I do not know. Unless something else happened to the sword that was not recorded, the sword must be near the dragon. So, we should find out where this phantom dragon lives. Yes, but how? A very good question. It is possible that Nemia and the others have discovered some vital piece of information. Where are they to be found? I am not certain. Rather than waiting for the return, it would most likely be expedient for you to inquire about the whereabouts in various cities. Ugh, more city gathering. Alright. Understood. We'll meet again after we find them. So now we just have to go to random cities. Like I was doing before. Alright. I guess I just have to go to taverns, I assume, right? Oops. That's not what I want to do. Click here to go here. Click here to do this. This is not acceptable. I want my next quest now. Ah, Sheila. Ah, fancy meeting you. Would you mind if we chat for a while? Is this continuing from last time? It might be. I don't see why you can't give her the time of day, dude. It's not like she kept continuously attacking you. And besides, she's hot. I mean, might not have the best personality, but if we are on fairly urgent business. If you must speak, please keep it brief. Well, I'll tell you anyway. Now, Shay lived happily for a time with the bandit leader, but one night their camp was attacked by a rival group of bandits. Frightened, Shay ran to the leader for help, but he abandoned and betrayed her. Disbelieving and furious, Shay turned her blade on the leader. She doesn't recall what happened after that. When she awoke, she found herself deep in the forest. Distraught, she frantically sought a way to take her own life, but was stopped by a traveling mage. He told her that the bandit leader sacrificed himself to protect her hair clip. Her hair? Her hair clip? The one her mother gave her? Why? The hair clip that she wore had a powerful enchantment placed upon it that was supposed to protect the wearer from all harm. The leader was pretending to be on the side of the enemy in order to give her clip back so she would be safe. He didn't betray her at all. The mage told me, "You've chosen the wrong path. You must live as Sheila until the day you are able to repay the sacrifice your loved one made." ... He didn't betray her, but she...
You've been carrying this burden all by yourself?
I've had too much to drink again. I always get depressed when I talk too much about the past. You are who you are, aren't you? This Shay person doesn't exist anymore. You choose to be Sheila, or chose. You chose to be Sheila. That's who you should be. Ah. If you all feel that way, I suppose that's one way to look at things. What do you know? I feel a bit refreshed after talking to you all. I suppose I should put the past behind me. Yes, that sounds like a fine idea. That may have been the end of her quest line, I'm not sure. Most likely. Anyway, let's keep trying to find Nemia wherever he went. Sheesh. Ah, there you are. Alright. Thanks for putting my words in my mouth, your mouth, Ares. What happened? What happened? Have you discovered anything? Yes, we spoke to Orpheus, whatever. We have realized that the object that Zophor was researching is the dark relic that we need to find. I see. Do you have any information on where it is?
According to one of Ashion's legends, the adventurers who found their sword was eaten by a phantom dragon.
Eaten by a phantom dragon? We're not certain where to find that dragon, though. Of course, we're not really certain if it really happened in the first place.
No, I believe that story of the dragon to be true. I've heard similar tales during my travels. In particular, I've heard specific mention of a phantom dragon during a visit to Arneton. Angleden just happened to be out on patrol, and I was unable to find out anything more. If we go there now, we may be able to ask him about it.
Yes, so then we should travel to Arneton Adventurers Guild.
I must speak with Orpheus. I want to find out if he has learned anything else. You all go and meet Angleden. We'll meet up again in Arneton.
Farewell. Alright. Arneton it is then. We just run with our head, like our heads cut off, trying to get over there. Anyway. Alright. The Adventurers Guild. Alright. He said go over to the Arneton Adventurers Guild. Oh, alright, we'll go to the tavern, talk to Angleden.
Ah, always a welcome to see you three. What brings you today?
We have something we need to ask you. Do you know anything about a phantom dragon?
It just so happens that recently I've been hearing a lot of odd rumors coming from the west. That a mysterious dragon has been seen flying near the western seas. There have been quite a few adventurers trying to give me a heraldric cube. I mean, to make a name for themselves by sending them out in the search of the dragon. But not a single one of them has returned as of yet. That dragon is from another plane. It's supposed that it has the ability to send those that come near it into the astral plane. Sounds promising. How do you get to where that dragon is supposed to be? Are you serious?
Of course, we will travel there with Nemia and others. We need to find that dragon.
Nemia too? Alright then, I can't very well refuse to help such a distinguished group of adventurers. Many years ago, when I was a young lad, I ventured out to try and find the Cave of Phantoms. I'll tell you the sea route that I used. Let me tell you from experience, setting off unprepared will only add your names to the list of those who have returned from the Sea of Sorrows. Once you've all fully prepared, come see me again. I'll tell you a way to get there.
Yes, thank you for the warning. Nemi and others are on their way here. We will be sure to relay your message.
The dragon lives in the Cave of Phantoms.
The legend seems to be accurate.
If so, then the sword must certainly be in the belly of the dragon.
That was kind of odd, like they just stopped talking when they mentioned that. It's either they knows the guy or we were supposed to pay attention, but then the scene got all awkward. Anyway, let's check the adventures. Sea Spray Islands lie beyond the rough seas west of Arneson. Many adventurers have gone off seeking the islands, only to never return. It'd be wise to stay away if you're not sure of your skills. Well, you can't just get up and go that easily. You'll first have to convince someone brave enough to sail out there. I've heard that some adventurers go as far as striking deal with pirates. Weird. Alright, let's talk to England and get this story going.
Ah, yes, you can leave whenever you're ready.
Yes, thank you.
I almost wish I could go with you, but I'm bound to stay here in Arneson. I have prepared everything you need to make the journey over the seas. I'm sorry I can't go with you, but I'll have to stay here in case Baylor tries anything.
No need to apologize. We'll find the sword. Thank you for your assistance.
Honestly, the child in me wishes I could cast off all responsibility and take off on another wild adventure, but I guess I've become a responsible man. Who would have thought that possible? Ha ha ha! Indeed! We'll be sure to have enough adventures for you as well. Be sure to make it back, all of you. I'll be waiting with bated breath for daring tales of adventures when you get back. Don't forget me, I'm an old man. I was put in the home by my daughter. Come back!
Since it seems like we'll be absent for a time, I have put a seal upon my home to prevent anyone from intruding. Are we all ready? Yes, ready as we'll ever be.
There is no doubt. Leave us now. No. Arius? It's impossible.
Arius and Nemia have joined forces. Together, they both invaded the Ministry. The reports are irrefutable. They must be captured and brought before Lord Baylor.
No, I won't believe it until I see it myself.
Well then, let us go so you can see for yourself. The latest reports state that they seek the Sword of Nile and have headed towards the Western Oceans.
Sword of Nile? Why would they want that?
I believe they will gain the sword and use its powers in an attempt on the Emperor's life. Lord Baylor has long searched for it. It's possible that the Sword of Nile possesses some great unknown mystic power.
Capturing Nemia and his followers would bring favor with the Emperor. Our path is clear. We must hunt them down.
Sir!
We are now able to travel to the Cave of Phantoms. So, looks like Dorado is now officially in the I'm going to get my friend Book of Trouble. But you know, we shall tackle. Well, we did get some plot done out of the way, but next time on Trinity Souls of Zills, we'll tackle the Cave of Phantoms, trying to find the Sword of Nil. So the H is silent. All right, whatever. Anyway, we'll try to find the Sword of Nil, but for now, we'll rest, wait, take our time, and then we'll do that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.